bumping that red head. Clean tanks when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
18 runners.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Now this will be returned for deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They begin with Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Looking to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Back to throw now on first down. A man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And some room to work.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Ready,
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He's going to keep this again.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be a Dallas first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A first down carry for Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's got some space here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
A tackle by D'Angelo Malone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And this one quickly to land. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. An extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Now this a very short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a short kick taken at about the 16 and able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
60
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this a very, very short kick.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
18 Rebel. Trap 50.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Come on. 60
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from the 20.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw again.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Here we go, strike.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Henry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready, set. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Henry up the middle. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Inside handoff, Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. People the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name up who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Speaking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best,